Hello and welcome back to Rule the Rail and my only Steam layout. I have actually added the ID2, or shall we say number 2 train, and I'm checking so it doesn't get number 1 inside its behind. It went almost that way before. So let's see what I have done in order to fix this. I'm just checking when number 1 is going to start. You see, now it's already here and number 1 hasn't started yet. So what I've done is I have lowered the amount of seconds the Blue Express and number 2 is actually staying here, because I don't want it to do anything else. Now it only stands here for 30 seconds and so does number 2. That means that number 2 is way early, which is good because that means that number 1 is able to go there. However, when the Blue Express now goes away, it doesn't start number 2. That is still on 50 seconds loop. Yeah, I know, this is so crazy, but if you want chopping trains going all around, you have to do something about it. Yeah. Now I have built some stuff over here. Now, number 2 is out again, and number 1 is still in, because the Green Express hasn't even got down here. Now, I think 20 seconds is way too much. I think it will need only 10 seconds. I will check that as well. Let's see if we can get to that command before the train does it. I think we can just... No, we can't. Thought we could. Oh yes, we can. Let's see, I think it's this one. Yes, it's down to 30 seconds. Now I'm going to let him just fix that. So he's 30 seconds at the moment. We had 50. I think it's enough with 40. I think. And that gives him a 10-second head start on number 1. And since it's Blue Express who is starting him at the normal 50, it should be okay. Now, number 1 has just gone down the line. So he has 50 seconds stop over here. And he's doing the tunnel stuff and all that. I think it will be enough. The thing is that the Blue Express has a longer route than the Green Express. So the Green Express actually starts, if everything is 50 seconds, then they also have different stops. So I think it takes like 7 or 8 seconds longer time for the Blue Express to make his round, while compared to the Green Express, because of the inner circle. You can probably do a countdown on it. I don't bother. So now number 1 is down there and number 2 has already got up and parked. Of course, I have a command stopping this piece, the land 06, just in case. But if, like it almost happened, if the number 2 is on this patch, then he won't stop. But his wagons are on this patch. And there comes this guy chuffing along. I think this is good. So now he's down to 40 seconds instead. Yeah. And there he goes. And now 10 seconds later he will start number 2. And that means that the passengers can't run between the trains because number 2 is already gone. They have to wait for the next train. It's better to take the express, of course. Right. So it's starting to grow things around here. And that is things you do. On top of all that, I want this goods train to get out here. And he can't do that until the Blue Express has passed. And then he needs to go somewhere. And here is a problem because I want him to get down on that same track. So perhaps I should have had him in this lane instead. But I don't feel like it. This is more of a goods train that is going much slower than the Blue Express, probably. And this is going to be manually, or at least that's what I hope, manually driven. But it also needs to have somewhere to go. It has to have a goods yard. And of course there is still, we have a bit of a stretch over here. And I think that we could build a smaller goods yard with some shunting possibilities and stuff. Probably needs a smaller vehicle, smaller engine for that. Don't have that much. We do have one here, one type, but he's not a shunting one, is he? Well, he might actually be a shunter. So we could have him out on the place as well. But he needs to back up. And it's chuffing all over the place. Yeah. So there. And he hasn't started yet, number 1. Good. Now they are now inside their own loops. Both the green and the Blue Express and number 1 and number 2. Good. So I'm thinking of building some sort of let's say that you can get out here and then go this way, be as high as this, same level, and then have another bridge over here, getting inside, perhaps doing a loop or something like that, or having the main goods yard over here. Then you also need some buildings and stuff, industries perhaps, and other stuff. There is not that many goods or freight wagons that I'm going to have. Then he needs to get down again from this place, and that has to be somewhere here. Up and down and into this lane again, so that I can go inside here and park him. Hopefully. And that means I can't really continue building the landscape as of yet. I've put up some roads mainly because I need to have some structure. You have to have an infrastructure. That is a point. Now let's see. He just stopped there and the number 1 train hasn't even started yet. They might actually start at the same point. That Oh dear, maybe he gets... Oh... Well, it should be fine. It should be fine. Well, I'll see that while I'm building. I can tell you that much. When something goes wrong, suddenly there's red screen and all that. So, yeah. And they both off. But it's working. It's automatic. And there's train running. And that is what I need. Right, I'll see what I will have done next time. I haven't built that much. It has been a bit of a busy time doing other stuff, but that's how it is. So we'll see where I am next time. Perhaps I have made this extra run somehow, and we can do some manual stuff, including some shunting. Who knows? The shunting engine is going all the different styles. So yeah. Good. And there it is. Right. I see you perhaps next week. I can't promise anything, but hopefully we'll continue this fun stuff next week. Goodbye.